Hi, this is Linda with Crafty Music Maker. Today I want to give you an introduction to the recorder. These have been around for hundreds of years. They originally made out of wood, and now you can find them in plastic, and they're quality instruments. And I sell them to my students at school for $5 each for a Yamaha. Great deal, and they have one that can last them forever, or at least I tell them until their parents run over it with their car, which hopefully will never happen. Um, it comes in three sections, the higher quality ones. Sometimes you can find like $1 or $2 ones that are all in one piece, but the better quality ones do come apart. This is the head joint right here. Of course, this is where you're going to blow into. Try not to cover this hole. Some students have found if they do and blow really hard, they can make some annoying piercing sounds. This is the body. As you can see, the body has most of the holes. Most of them are in the front, but there is one in the back that's very, very important that your left-hand thumb is going to cover. And then, of course, this is the foot joint right here. It does have a set of holes here for your right-hand pinky. So we put them together in case yours comes apart or it gets off a little bit. Make sure that these set of holes are lined up right here. And then the foot joint, you need to make sure that these holes are offset just a little bit to the right to accommodate that shorter pinky. If it's right in line, if you try and cover that, it will offset your other fingers, and so they will not be able to cover the holes correctly. So make sure it's just offset a little bit. When you are playing, you want to sit up nice and tall, and your elbows are out just a little bit. We don't want them up here, chicken wings, and we don't want them tucked in. Just comfortably at your side, sitting up nice and tall. Air is super important in a recorder, okay? So I tell my students at school, blow on your hand, and I ask them what temperature that is. And it's like fast, cold air, all right? Now I tell them to pretend to fog a window, and that's nice, warm, slow air. The warm, slow air is what we want in your recorder, not the fast, cold air, all right? So when you do blow into your recorder, you're not really blowing, you're more breathing. Now, when you put the recorder in your mouth, you're just going to put the very end of it in between your lips, just barely, not to your teeth, and definitely not between your teeth. So you should never have any bite marks on your recorder. Now, in my last recorder, I did have a few bite marks, and I think that was thanks to my 3-year-old daughter at the time who decided that was a good thing to chomp on. So my mom bought this recorder for me for my birthday last year, and so this one has no bite marks and hopefully will never will. Now, when you are playing your recorder, I told you you have the left hand on top. Doesn't matter whether you're right-handed or left-handed, that left hand needs to go on top. And if you ever switch to another woodwind instrument, you will be very thankful that you are practiced with your left hand on top. Today, since we're going over so many things, I want you to just put your right hand down at the bottom of the recorder. That way it won't be in the way or covering holes it shouldn't be, and it just be down here. Just don't cover this bottom hole right here, all right? Just hold it down here. Now, we're going to start off with the note B, and B has the thumb hole covered and the first finger. And you notice that I'm using the pads of my fingers to cover those holes. You do not want to use the ends of your fingers because that will not cover them as well. So you cover them with your thumb on the back and your first finger here. I'm going to put the right hand down here for right now, and I'm just going to blow nice and gently. Go ahead and try it. All right, now I'm going to do it again. Go ahead. Now, if you noticed, the first time I played and the second time I played were a little bit different. And the second time I did something I tongued the note, which means I took my tongue, the tip of it, and I touched right the top of my roof of my mouth, right behind the front teeth. And it's like a t or d. And so go ahead and try d, 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 or t, t, t. That is what your tongue is doing when you play each note. And that way it gives a nice clean sound. Otherwise, if you're just playing without tonguing, it kind of has a surge of air and just does not sound very sharp and clean. Whereas if you tongue, it's just a much nicer sound. Now, if you don't want to worry about tonguing today, that's fine. We can just work on the fingerings and breathing properly. But you do eventually want to get to tonguing so you have a nice clean sound. So let's go back to that B and just echo what I play. Good. If you have any problems, go back and do it again, or go back and try it with the tonguing. The t, t. Good. Now let's go to A. A has thumb, 1 and 2 now. All right. Again, cover those completely. Press down firmly, not too firmly that you can hardly move your fingers, but it definitely gets pressed down. Good. All right. Now let's go between B and A now. Good, very good. Okay, let's go on to G. All right, so now we have thumb 1, 2, and 3 for G. Make sure every single hole is covered or you will get some interesting sounds. This is what G should sound like. Go ahead and try it. Make sure you're covering every single note. If you've got it, continue. If you don't, stop the video and practice that so you sound just like this. I'm going to go on. Please be my echo. Good. All right. So now let's practice all 3 notes. Good. Now let's put what you have been practicing into a song that you may very well have heard sometime in your lifetime. Be my echo. Cross Buns, right? Of course. All right, so I'm going to do two parts this time. Just be my echo. If you would like, this is why I tell my students to chin it. That means putting it on your chin, fingering along with me while I play, and that just gives you extra practice. And then when it's your turn, then go ahead and put it in your mouth and play it for real. All right, let's put the whole thing together. Again, if you want to chin it and practice um, fingering while I play it, or if you want to just play it with me, that's fine. Your turn. Oh, I hope you're successful with that. So that's it for today's video. Please look forward to my other practice videos, B, A, and G, and then I'm going to introduce new notes and new songs, and I hope you enjoy this. Happy playing. If you like this video, go ahead and indicate. Bye-bye.